Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Falcons and the Dolphins coming up next.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive. In honor of the legendary coach, the stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. The preseason is upon us. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen, about to embark on that journey that ends with the Super Bowl. Greg, so good to finally have football back on the field.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs. When NFL football's on TV, Mike, it's just better. And I'll tell you what, for these teams and a lot of these young players, this is the start. Just like you said, this is a journey to making the roster, a journey to being there.
It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, for that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time, running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion is Berrios. Now the second-year man, Devon Achane. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That one brought in by Berrios. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
It's 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Ray McCloud on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They're going to be led out by the man from the University of Oregon, their rookie quarterback.
These preseason games, Mike, they could be a little bit tricky. For so many guys on the roster, it's just check the box. It's one more step to getting to the regular season. But for these young quarterbacks, you just can't place enough value on how important these game reps are. And here for a young quarterback who's looking to prove his worth, but potentially being the starting quarterback week 1, how does he command the huddle? How does he manage a game-like atmosphere? Until you put him under the bright lights, you just don't know the answers to the questions.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
So you find yourself on the verge of your drive stalling out, and not only do you pick up the first down, Mike, but you get a huge pass completion in the process. Really nice job keeping this opening drive of the game alive as they're really trying to start this game on a high note.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll get this to the former Bear, Darnell Mooney.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And he's in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Dolphins 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Dolphins offense ready to see the football for the second time. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
A.J. Terrell, the tight coverage there, and he knocks it away. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Throwing is Tua. To the outside, he's got Smith. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. Ray McLeod, deep to return. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it here with Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Kendall Fuller up to make the stop. 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. That's caught! And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And he will get into the end zone. Ray McLeod. Touchdown, Falcons.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. At issue, did the ball cross the goal line? A reminder, it just needs to be the tip of the football just breaking the front of the plane where that white goal line begins. And it needs to be indisputable, which can sometimes be difficult with all those bodies in there. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule, in fact, he did not get the football across the plane of the goal line. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Dolphins 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end Smith. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They teach these defensive ends to rush to the X. The X is the spot where the quarterback stops his drop, and you can see when he hit that back foot, he had nowhere to go, and he's able to bring him down for a big sack.
Tua going to give it to Achane. He'll get about 2. Richie Grant up from the secondary to get in on that one. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Man in motion is Berrios. Throwing on 3rd down. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It's scooped up by the Falcons. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And you talk about the perfect first quarter. The offense has been doing their job. Now the defense joins the scoring party. Both sides of the ball contributing to the scoreboard.
Yeah, and this is what every coach dreams about, Mike. The opportunity to play complementary football. The offense comes out, they do their part. Now the defense is getting to the scoring mix. When both sides can complement one another and contribute and impact the game to this level, man, that is a recipe for success.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Dolphins 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Hill brought in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They've raced out to a big lead as they look for a potential early knockout. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. That is Zach Sealer getting in there to bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Mooney. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Dolphins offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. Into the hands of Berrios. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Now H.A. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
That's good for a Dolphins 1st down.
Fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. He's going to be taken down, but there's a
Personal
late
foul.
flag
Roughing
in the
the passer.
backfield
Defense.
that might give him 15 more yards. Here's 1st and 10. He'll get this to McLeod. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Tight end going in motion here. He'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to McLeod.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's taken in. It's Jace McClellan.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And that one is off the left upright. He missed it. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
Man in motion here is Washington. The NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns last year, Raheem Mostert. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Back to throw. Huntley. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
He's going to let this one go deep. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Now Huntley. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is. And He's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Now the man out of Alabama, it's Jace McClellan. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Atlanta.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression, and at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
On the ground, they'll go with McClellan. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. That's Bradley Chubb. They're on the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Now, this looks like a design run. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Cousins out of the gun on 3rd down. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Once again, it's Mostert, and he'll get forward for about a yard. Tackle made by Nate Landman. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Now, faking the give. That's caught by Stoll. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. A run up the middle with Mostert. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He's taken down at the
3rd down and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Huntley. And that is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll let it go deep left sideline. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. This one complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On the handoff, here's McClellan. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Putting the tight end in motion. Cousins now on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. Throwing, Huntley. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
They give it to Mostert. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
Brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Huntley.
The quarterback taken down and sacked by Brandon.
So you decide to put the ball in the air deep in your own end zone. That's fine. But the internal clock of the quarterback, it's got to speed up even a little bit more. You cannot hold the ball in this part of the field, and tell you what, he takes the sack, but he's lucky it wasn't a safety.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Falcons offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll run with McClellan. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
At the 25-yard line.
Cousins. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's in. Daryl High. Touchdown, Falcons. Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start this drive. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Man in motion, heading left. Huntley now. Now he'll run it. Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's Huntley. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
The Falcons offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 2nd down, Cousins. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly. On the give, it's McClellan. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Back to throw. He finds his tight end, that's Smythe. And And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He'll look to throw. This one complete right side. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The second down throw is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
A 43-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
At their own 30-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Patrick McMorris in on the stop. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it.
Away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here comes McClellan. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Patrick McMorris in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. Cousins. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
A quick throw out wide, caught left side, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Man in motion here is Washington. Back to throw. Huntley. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Troy Anderson on the coverage.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They put Smythe in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He's going to take a shot down the field. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
On first down, Cousins. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Cousins now. Quick hitting slant there. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. On the ground, it's McClellan. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Throwing now, Cousins. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. Cousins out of the gun on third down. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Makes the score Falcons 35, Dolphins 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return,
The Dolphins offense headed back to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Huntley. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page, and we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
That's caught by Stoll. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and taken. There's Kirk Cousins. He and the Falcons set for their next drive. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. His drive will start on the ground, and they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Down the field, he's got Washington. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Handoff here, up the middle. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. 2nd down and 8. Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. That's caught. It's high. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Falcons.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
And the Falcons are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line.
All right, Mike, now it's getting to the point where it's almost becoming borderline disrespectful. I mean, despite having this big lead here in the second half, they continue to take shots downfield. They are not content with just running this clock out and shaking hands and going off with a win. Truth be told, I think they're trying to embarrass him, and they're doing a pretty good job at it.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. Now, Cousins. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Jeff Wilson. Up the sideline to the 15. And so much of being backed up, he takes this beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end left. Throwing, Huntley. Open man is the tight end, Stoll.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They run on the jet sweep, and this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The Falcons offense and Kirk Cousins heading back on the field, and he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing. How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
The Dolphins offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. A tight end in motion now. Quick throw on the RPO. It's Hill.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too
Still first
far,
down.
and it draws the flag. Receiver in motion, headed left. They'll start on the ground with Mostert, and he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end.